Hey guys, it's Peter and Shannon here. We just wanted to give you an update on the tiny house, how it's going with the baby, also answer some of your questions, and just kind of help you see our tiny house a little bit better. First of all, this is Hart Samuel. He was born 10 months ago. He's lived his entire life in the tiny house, and we have a few insights about living with a baby in a tiny house.
We've made a few improvements, gotten a few new additions, the biggest of which is right here. Another new thing, this deck. We added this right before the baby was born, I think, so basically right after we did the video last year. We've also added the fence, that's right. We have a cute little sign on the other side that we'll get a shot of for you that we got from Peter's parents.
Trisha Ann asked, what size our trailer's on and what's our square footage. That's a good question. This is an 8.5 by 20 foot trailer. Once you kind of take out the thickness of the walls, it leaves about 156 square feet on the footprint, and then about another 50 square feet in the loft.
So this is the living room. It may look a little different than it did the first time we brought you guys in. This is actually our third couch that we've gotten. And the first one was that kind of little gray one with white steel. But it just was really uncomfortable. And that was something that was big for both Peter and I. So then we went with a futon. And we thought that would be great because then my mom or anyone that wants to come stay could do so. It was too uncomfortable again to sit on. It just wasn't a very well made one. You could feel the springs and the bars, so got rid of that. And here we are back to the couch we had right when we got married. We still have the storage underneath. My pumping bag, our computer, a few things that are easy to grab. So we used to have a chair, that chair here that we would leave set up, but with a lot of things that the baby has changed, that's one of them. The continuing saga of his seats. This is his current one. Of course, you've seen the other ones, the Mamaroos and the different springy seats. He's been in all the different kinds, but this is his favorite. And it doubles as his eating surface. Bring that out, and then he can eat on this tray. Toys wise for him, it's this basket right here, and that black basket right down there. Some of our books have gotten displaced with baby books, you might see. Yeah. And behind you, we got this little mobile from IKEA, which works great because we can put it up high and get it out of the way, or we can lower it down. He can play with it while he's on the couch. He loves to grab at it. It's just held up there with, I think, dental floss right now, and it holds really nicely, so that works out.
Carla Wilkerson and Leah asked about cooling and heating the tiny house. We didn't really talk about that in the last video. We have basically two different heaters. We have the propane Dickinson Marine heater, which is kind of a staple in the tiny houses. We use that kind of when it gets real cold and we just need to crank up some heat, sometimes in the mornings. And then we have electric heater. We have this ceramic wall heater. It's nice because it's only 400 watts or so, and it's low energy. It's hot, but it's not too hot that it would burn you or anything if you touched it. The nice thing about that is it's got a thermostat, so we can kind of set our temperature, and it can be programmed to turn on and off at night and during the day and stuff like that. And then thirdly, we have a little space heater that if it gets kind of cold and we need to spread out some heat, we'll plug that in and use that every once in a while too. So as far as cooling, we found out pretty quickly that it gets really hot in here. So we got a little air conditioning unit that goes in the window, and it cooled it down really effectively. And yeah, so that's what we did. Captain Rogers asked if this thing is parked at our parents' house, and
That'd be great for babysitting, but no, it's not.
we actually own the house here and the property, and so we have it parked on our own property. And then our sister lives in the main house. We have the ability to kind of, integrate it with the systems of the main house. So we actually pull water and electricity and even cable and internet from the main house. We just have lines that run over the tiny house, and so we're all basically sharing one grid. We actually decided not to go with a composting toilet, so we're using kind of just a standard RV technique of a holding tank, and then about once a week we have basically a hose where we pump it into the main like septic clean out.
Kind of the most like generic, where people come and they use the restroom and they don't think anything about it. It's something they've all done before, and I kind of wanted it to feel like a hospitable place to have people over and it be seamless and not have to explain the bathroom to them. So that was just my take on it.
Don Markey asked how it's working now that there's 3 of us. Terry Taylor Shea asked a very similar question. How are we getting along with the baby in the small space?
Well, it's our first baby, so I don't really know any different. But I did a bit of a blog post on this too. And it's been, as far as I can tell, been fine, great, easy. Things are within reach, which we've really I've started to appreciate. Anytime I need to do a quick diaper change or wipe up a spit up or clean up a food mess, like it's all easy access. A little bit has been like sleeping. Nighttime works great. He goes down pretty easily. It's nice and dark up there. Naps can be a little bit harder just because there's daylight, but I've come up with a few different things, like throwing a sheet over the side of his bed to keep it darker. We have a sound machine. I mean, overall, it's just been really great. He's really doing well. He's thriving, and had good time learning food. We've probably done spoon feeding a little bit more than I would have thought I would do, just because baby-led weaning, the giving him food to eat himself, while he does that some, it was so messy, and it was hard for me to have that mess in the space that we had to like operate in at the same time.
Yeah, now that he's pretty mobile, he climbs up and down the stairs a lot. He's standing up on things. He's cruising, and it's almost like it seems easy because we can just keep an eye on him very easily while we're doing whatever we're doing. And a few times he's starting to fall. We're only a couple steps away. We can grab him. And he's seemed to be adapting pretty well. So we keep thinking maybe the next stage will be, hard maybe, but every single stage has kind of worked out so far. A lot of people have asked about where he sleeps. He sleeps up in the loft with us. He started off in a baby box, which is literally just a cardboard box with a mattress in there.
It's called the baby box. You can look it up.
And they're pretty cool. But he grew out of that after a few months, and then we gave him basically a full-size like toddler bed up there, and then we put a little playpen around it so that he couldn't get out.
Get my shoes off. So this is Mom and Dad's bed, and then Baby Heart is in this bed here. Yeah. So we'll talk a little bit more about this, but we've had some good things and some bad things with this arrangement. He has toys that are built into the other end of the wall there, so he used those, and that kind of makes it also a play area for him. Sometimes
that's hard at night because he knows that we're right next to him, so he can cry out for us very easily, but we're making it work.
Oh, yeah. The bathroom, real quick. So one of the things that we pretty much did because we found out we were pregnant, we went with the actual tub. And in retrospect, I'm glad we did that because it's very fun, not only to play with the baby in the tub, obviously, but when I was pregnant, I got to soak in the tub, and it's just a convenient thing to have. I think it would have been really missed. But one thing, if you are building a tiny house and you know you cannot do a tub, it's okay. Our baby actually really enjoyed showering from, I think we decided like week 3, really early on. He went in the shower with Peter for the first time. He just loves it, and it's really fun, and I shower with him now too, and we probably are half and half showers and baths. This washer dryer is great. It takes about 3 hours. I use it every day. Like Peter's shirts and my dressier shirts, they will come out pretty wrinkly. So I've actually got one of these little steamers. It takes maybe 3-4 minutes per shirt. So that is a good way around it. This is just our dirty clothes, all of our bathroom storage, cleaning supplies. So really with Hart, now that he's mobile and constantly on the go, his favorite thing, like right now he sees that the bathroom's open, he wants to come into the bathroom. So what we just always do is keep this door shut so he can't. He's trying. Sorry, buddy. He's pretty used to it. Oh, I know.
All right, so the next question we got from lots and lots of people. A few of them that we just found: Kim Hull, Serena Thompson, Josette Monson, It's Flawless, Cindy Denton, to just name a few. Basically all the same question: how the heck are we actually doing it with a baby?
Well, one, like the hardwood, when he started sitting, we didn't really have a soft place for him to learn to sit, meaning fall down. So we got this kind of shag rug thing. So it's really nice and soft, and he's loved sitting on it. We'll probably get rid of it again because we love the hardwood, but he's still liking to play on it. We also added some like rubber piping to the sharp corners because a lot of the corners, especially down here in the living room, are kind of sharp.
We just try to keep his stuff more or less to minimum. When he gets tired of toys, we get rid of them and passing it on to the next mom that we know or whatever. We only let him have one kind of big toy at a time, like his chair or like his swing. We
definitely still get like gifts all the time. Like this is from my mom. Like we get toys given to us and clothes given to us for him, and I don't feel like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do with it? I feel like, great, we'll add it to the collection. We'll get rid of something if we need to. There's ways to make it work.
And part of like our storage planning, he's got several places for stuff.
So in here, diapers and wipes, and we just get the Costco diapers, and we actually keep the extras in the garage so they come in a big box. So I just take one pack at a time and put them in here. And then this is my storage for his clothes. My organization. One bag for shirts. This bag has sleepers in it, and the bag in the back has pants or shorts. This on top is some of Peter's diabetic storage. I added some tags to the storage because I was having trouble remembering which was in each bin. Up in those bins is baby stuff now. This is one of his area, a little bit of his storage here. So this is like his coats, his bibs, some burp cloths, socks and shoes in here. That plastic bag. I use plastic bags a lot, actually, to help me keep organized. Of course, underneath the floor here is our main storage, like for anything big. Really, everything from like extra paper towels, our broom is under there. There's a light right here. And then, like, big bins. So stuff that he has not yet grown into, stuff he's going to grow, or that he already grew out of. Peter's backpacking stuff, a big box of like memento stuff, like with yearbooks and all that jazz.
Part of us owning this house is we have that garage. We share it with my sister who lives in the big house. It's pretty nice. Like I keep my tools out there, and we keep a few baby things, some camping equipment out there, basically.
Lawnmower.
So just normal kind of garage stuff out there. One question we wanted to address was from Zombie Gnomes 1. Kind of just talks about what happens in a couple of years when he needs his own home or his own bed, or needs a trike or bike, needs friends to come over for sleepovers, stuff like that. We don't know. Like, we don't have every year of our lives planned out that far in advance. This might disappoint some people, but we're not necessarily committed to like living in here full time forever. We've been here over a year. We have no plans of moving out yet, but if it comes to it and it's just not working anymore, we're not gonna sacrifice our family life for the tiny house. So if the time comes, we may move out, but the tiny house will always be a part of our family. We'll keep it with us. We're gonna live in here as long as we can, as long as it's still fun and it still keeps us close knit as a family, as long as we seem to be doing fine. So we don't know exactly what the future is going to look like. We don't know what's going to happen at year 1.5 or whatever. But we just know we're going to stick with it as long as it can make sense for us. And then we'll adapt when we need to.
One big reason is it's given me the opportunity to stay home because our expenses have gone down. So I've been able to be with Hart pretty much every day. You know, just being with him most days is thankful for that. And without the tiny house, I don't think we would be in a position to be able to do that. It's been such a great thing for our family. I'm so thankful to have found it.
One question I wanted to address was from, Buckaroo Bonsai Buddy 7. Doesn't packing the entire space of the rafters with stuff defeat the purpose of a tiny home? I don't think there is one purpose for a tiny house. Sometimes I feel like there's pressure from sort of people looking in, or like people defining what the tiny house community should look like.
The TV shows.
But as someone who's doing it and living in it, it's not a culture that you have to, that has rules, or like you have to do it a certain way or it defeats the purpose. Like the real purpose of the tiny house is just 4 walls, and it's a place to sleep and a place to be and hang out. We're not in here for the tiny house. The tiny house is here for us, and it's about us. It's not about the house or the culture or the lifestyle. And so if that means we have too much stuff in our tiny house, or we're cheating by storing some stuff in a garage or whatever, there's no wrong way to live in a tiny house. Anybody that wants to do it, don't worry about that pressure of like, oh, you have to minimalize everything, you have to declutter everything. Like, just whatever works for you, whatever makes your life better. And the tiny house has made our life better. We love it. So yeah, I just wanted to offer that kind of perspective. There's no right or wrong way to do a tiny house. Do it however works for you, and do it because it's about you, not because it's about the tiny house. And finally, this question we've gotten a lot, like here from Foggy B: are we going to sell our plans? Yes, we want to. We're actually trying to raise money so that we can pay a professional to make the plans, so they're really good, high-quality plans that we can give you. So go to our Indiegogo page. It's in the description below. All the information's there, but basically donate now, pre-order the plans, and you'll get them cheaper than when we actually have them all made and are selling them. So check out our Indiegogo page below. I think that's about it for this update.
Yeah, and I think I just want to say, thank you for this community. It wasn't something I, could have anticipated, and it's been really wonderful and really encouraging to listen to people's comments, read people's comments. Yeah, it's been a fun thing. I'll try and be better about blogging and keeping you guys updated. I also have Instagram, which I just kind of throw photos up on Tiny Like Us Instagram. So that's our website, tinylike.us. And yeah, we're just thankful to be part of this community, and we are thankful for all of you. Have a great rest of your week.
All right. Thank you. Bye.